Alright, Rhino, Oko, Sultai, Rhino, Terror of 2 standards, Terror of 3 standards if you count energy on top of Oko and Siege Rhino. This is just like a card quality deck. We've got some good disruption in Thoughtseize. We've got some good removal in Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy. We've got Goose with Oko Thief of Crowns here. We've got a small energy package to fuel our 4-color deck with Aether Hub. Rogue Refiner just gives us incidental energy. Attune with the Aether helps fix our mana and gives us some energy. And then Glint-Sleeve Siphoner is our 1 energy payoff here. This is a 2/1 with Menace that whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, it makes 1 energy. And then at the beginning of our upkeep, we can spend 2 energy to draw an extra card. So provide a little bit of card advantage there for us. Let's go ahead and dive on into a Pioneer League with this one and see how it goes. I was playing on the Mythic Ladder last night, finally broke top 100 and lost a match because the client wouldn't respond while sideboarding. Forced to close arena, logged back in and had a 70 card deck. Brutal. Hey, at least it lets you back in. For a while it wasn't letting people back in. What's digging the sideboard for? Digging the sideboard is just like an extra piece of card advantage for the grindy matchups. So this is technically a 2-land hand, right? Like Attune with the Aether is a land. Oh, did we pop back up? Usually we're more ahead. As someone who tracks trends. I'm gonna take their opt here. Yeah, the Phoenix decks have been super popular. It's possible I should have put some rips in the sideboard of this, but I don't actually have that many white sources. I've got some copies of Scavenging Ooze in our sideboard, and we can also just, like, beat them down by, like, playing Siege Rhino. They drew a land. What a tilt. What a tilter. Alright, so let's Attune with the Aether here and grab Swamp. So we can Thoughtseize this, this thing in the ice before it happens. If I didn't have the second discard spell here, I would have taken the thing to start. But because I had the second discard spell, I wanted to try and catch them with their pants down. Discarded a land? Wow, way to gloat. But a year ago, I believe during Ram of Allegiance, you were high on a mono black Banefire deck. Do you think a deck like that could work in Pioneer? I have no idea. Yeah, Leyline could definitely be an option if I really wanted that style of effect. For sure. Alright, so we're going to start with Oko because he provides a constant food supply. Now that looks like an elk to me, so everybody. Have an elk. This is our first Oko deck of the day. Am I supposed to play the Oko Wrap? I feel like I'm supposed to play the Oko Wrap since it's our first Oko deck of the day. Pause. Walker that don't die to fry, don't die to fry, don't die to fry. I'm a 3-mana walker that don't die to fry, don't die to fry, don't die to fry. Guess who's back? Back again. Oko's back. Tell a friend.
I've created a monster because nobody wants to see Teferi no more. They want Oko, Tef's chopped liver. Well, if you want Oko, this is what I'll give you. 2 decks out of 3 at the PT. I go free because they say wait and see. You can't drop the Banhammer, not our 1C, because you can't sell Eldraine without me. Now that looks like an elk to me, so everybody just come and see. I'm a +1, not a -3. How'd I get past Thoughtseize R&D? Hey! Here's a concept that works. 20 million other 3/3 elks emerge, but no matter how full the board might be, it'll be so empty without me. Now that looks like a green 3/3, so everybody just come and see. It's a +1, not a -3. How'd I get past Thoughtseize R&D? Na 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 na. Dear.
I can only assume there's at least some people in chat that haven't experienced that yet, and I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice by not letting you experience. Someone asked if I wrote that. That was a collaborative exercise between people on the subscribers Discord server. I want to say thank you for the overlay work you did on cards for Moto. As someone who can only watch on mobile, it makes a world of difference. Even though it may not be perfect, it's night and day compared to what it was. Although I originally subbed for Standard, it's things like this that keep me around. And the wrap, of course. Thanks, Smith. I appreciate the feedback, too. Yeah, I'm glad. Think this could go a long way. I'm kind of surprised they're playing a bunch of spells here. Oh, they have Lightning Axe. Okay. Sure. So we have more blue cards than white cards in our deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to have Oko make this a 3/3. Pass back here. I did not write that. It was a collaborative effort between people in the subs Discord server. The subs actually wrote the full song. Like, they did the lyrics to every part of the song. I felt some of them were a little bit more clunky than others, so I just picked my favorite parts of them, but... So if you wanna see the full thing, it's up on. There's a Google Doc on the subs Discord. I'm gonna shock this in so I can make another food. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And they're out of cards here, so if they don't rip a Treasure Cruise, we're in like a pretty okay spot. I think I'm gonna do this and just smash them. And like next turn, if they want to attack Oko, I can chump block with a Goose. Yeah, I think this is fine. You thought about starting a donation for an elk costume for the next event? Well, I'm attending an event this weekend, so it's a little too late. Wait, I can be an elk. I'm an elk. I'm an elk. I'm an elk now, chat. Not anymore. I moused over another card. For a fleeting moment, we were an elk. So, smash you for 6. Like, if the opponent's deck is like the most busted thing people are doing with Treasure Cruise, that card's probably fine in this format. Like, they just do so much tire spinning. If you like have a little bit of disruption and aren't all proactive, you run them down. I have someone that's going to hand me a copy of the blue-green Eldrazi deck. All I'm saying is overnight shipping to the P.O. box. Here's a scientific prediction. Dig is better than Treasure Cruise in every format. Just wanted to let you know, I love your content so much. Once I get extra funds, I'll happily sub. Hey, well, it's good to have you here either way, Luca. And that's why, one of the reasons why we added the free-to-play option for messages. So, you're dead. I am planning to play, barring, I do have 2 small children, so barring any unforeseen things popping up with them, you know, illnesses or stuff like that, I am planning to go this weekend. I have someone handing me a Magic deck, and I have someone handing me a deck, and I have a ride secured. So Scooze definitely comes in here. Is that all I bring in? I don't think I want Fatal Push. Teferi Time Raveler seems medium too. But there are some decks that prefer Dig over Cruise. Yeah, I think there are some decks that prefer Dig to Cruise, but I think generically speaking, from a pure format perspective, Dig tends to be the better card. Well, so we're going to once upon a time into a green source, and that green source is going to attune with the Aether to find us a blue source. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up, chat. Never didn't have it. I'm going to Thoughtseize here so we can take a thing in the ice. See? Just like we drew it up. Took the thing in the ice. Oh, chat. But he's a 3-mana walker that don't die to fry, don't die to fry, don't die to fry. It's a 3-mana walker that don't die to fry, don't die to fry, don't die to fry. Boo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, Marilyn, I appreciate you taking the time to set up that Prime. Prime pays my bills these days. Am I just, like, sending this into the meat grinder? I think I'm just sending this into the meat grinder. Just need to, like, play through their removal. I guess Fry does kill my Rhino, huh? So there's that. They want to fry my Rhino, they can. Wow. No respect for my Siphoner. I only play Standard because Arena is the only affordable way for me to play, but I'd rather watch you play Pioneer all day than suffer more of the current Standard. I appreciate the feedback, Apathy. Make sure you fill out the survey I'm going to send out tomorrow. I've had a lot of feedback like that in chat. Interested to see what the survey ends up looking like. Very interested. Okay, so they're going to have a Chandra next turn. Yeah, I agree, Jin. Stealing that idea from MJ was good. Yeah, I think Chandra, Torture Defiance here, might actually be the best Planeswalker in Pioneer after Oko. I think she's very good. There's a black-red mid-range deck in the deck queue that I'm looking forward to playing Chandra in. Wow, they just delved away an Arclight Phoenix. That's good for us. Hey, sorry about that, Goblin Lair. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I appreciate the brand new Prime support. Sorry about being scatterbrained. I think this card's actually very good. I've seen a lot of people playing energy decks that are like Teamer, but I think Glint-Sleeve Siphoner is like low-key the best energy payoff in this format. It like tax draw a card onto Attune with the Aether basically, which is super strong. Yeah, Mythgard, I take Jake to a class on Tuesday afternoons, Jin, so I have to finish a little bit early. That's unfortunate. So they kind of burned us out of resources here with that line. Because these Attune with the Aethers just find lands. So Siege Rhino's like my last meaningful card. Need to find something useful here. This is something I'd seen another Magic Online streamer do. That I finally took the time to get set up since there's so many new people here. For a long time, I didn't bother because most people watching Magic Online were just like super invested Magic players. They were going to be here regardless, but Arena's brought a lot of new people into the game, and I want to help those people get into Magic Online and more Magic formats. Yeah, exactly, Jen. And like, I would try and like zoom in on cards that were relevant before anyway, so it's not that different. Doesn't really change that much. Chandra's a big gal. She notably does not kill Siege Rhino though, so that's great. You know, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and crack a food to gain 3 here. I think that's going to be relevant, and I have the mana left over. Yikes. Six energy just need to draw our Aetherworks Marvel. Yeah, exactly. Probably dead this game. Opponent dismantled our start, and then we flooded out a little bit here. One thing to consider, too, is that, like, while this deck only has 22 lands in it, with 4 copies of Aether Hub, this was the game we kept the 1-lander, right? Do we have any draws to get out of this? I don't know. We actually might just be dead this turn. Is their last card, and is it Charm? Is their last card, is it Charm? We're actually... Oh, we're not just dead because I can eat a food, right? All right, so they're going to get to... Their Thing in the Ice is going to flip, and the backside bounces all my stuff here. And it puts the Phoenix back in there, but I'm at 13. So if they have a second Phoenix, they kill us. They did not have a second Phoenix. And then next turn, I can Siege Rhino plus eat a food, but I'm still kind of dying to this Awoken Horror. Although I suppose the Goose can chump block the Horror for a turn. Yeah, the fact that there's no indicator on the overlay of what game you're in really sucks. So I'm going to go to 6 here, and then Goose is going to chump block, and then eating a food is going to put me to 9, and then Phoenix puts me back down to 6. Drawing another land after we kept a 1-lander is not great. That's fine. We won game 1, right? This is why you play best of 3. This is a great example of why I think Magic is ideal as a best of 3 game. A lot of non-games, you need that. Need that variance mitigation so you can actually have a reasonable set. Yes, yeah, the food has good synergy with Fatal Push as well. That's very true. I think I'm happy with how we boarded. Let's run it back. Best of 3, is that like historic but with 2 more games? Yeah, basically. Something like that. Thanks, Missouri. In. Again, like, it's a 22 land deck because all Attune with the Aether does is get lands. So, like, this is a 3-land hand. The best way to think about Attune with the Aether, this is how we thought about it in Standard before it got banned, was Attune with the Aether is basically a tapped land, assuming you can cast it. So, gets us a basic land and generates 2 energy. And then this turn, we get to go get a Plains for our Siege Rhino, and we get to Thoughtseize them, which is excellent. I should take their Arclight Phoenix, right? That's the line. Maybe I should have gotten a forest with that second attune since I drew Aether Hub. Well, I have plenty of energy for the Aether Hub, so I'm not really sure it's a big deal regardless. This is the part of Magic Online that sucks the most compared to Arena. Like, I don't even miss the graphics that most, just the fact that I can't just, like, drag my spell out and have it tap my lands automatically is a huge deal. Wonder if we'll see them bin the Fiery Temper here and kill this. I assume they're going to bin the Phoenix, that way they can get it back next turn. They are going to Fiery Temper. The rate of play on Magic Online is much slower because the auto tapper doesn't exist here. God, just mono floods, huh? The fact that we're playing Goose 2 also makes our virtual land count higher than it otherwise is. We could actually just be on too many mana sources in this deck. So it does support drag to cast, but you still have to manually click on all your lands. Goose plus Attune is overkill? Yeah, maybe. We have Once Upon a Time for fixing 2. At least Once Upon a Time can turn into non-lands on occasion, which is great. I've not scrafted, but that sounds hilarious. This is a good turn for the opponent. Killed by Rhino and put their own threat into play. Well, the good news is this Attune with the Aether gets the last basic out of my deck, so I can't draw another basic land this game. I could draw the 4th Attune with the Aether, though. I mean, getting 4 card types in my bin is incredibly difficult. Yeah, I agree. I agree that getting cards... Without services like MTGO traders, getting cards on Magic Online would be virtually impossible. We're pretty dead here at this point. Opponent's just got 7 cards in their hand. We've got a bunch of lands. Yeah, I don't know. Saying 22 lands I think is a little disingenuous because we're closer to 20, 26 with the Attunes. People wanted the bots banned. Yep. It was unfair for trading. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is only 21 lands, isn't it? Okay, so closer to 25. Now I'm more tilted about flooding. Now I'm more tilted. Goose is basically just a mana source though, so it's like basically 29 mana sources. We don't have enough win count. Yeah, we could be threat light, mana heavy threat light. And like Teferi Time Raveler's not really a threat either. I don't know, Once Upon a Time's like a pseudo threat because it finds you your threats. I can imagine MTGO without bots. I played Hex. Yeah, that auction house. The auction house wasn't great. Woof. My deck heard our cries about too many lands, and it's aiming to fix it now for us. Thanks, deck. I appreciate you. I wonder if we could just do... without the Attunes in this deck. Just like, play Hub, Siphoner, Rogue Refiner. That's probably fine, right? with like Goose and Once, we're probably have plenty of lands. Maybe go up to a 22nd land. I kind of want to build a Sultai energy food deck now. This makes us an energy when it attacks, so we can still cast Oko off this hub. Yeah, I kind of wouldn't mind just like cutting the cute white splash out of here. Like I said, I think this is a premium energy payoff. Yeah, Wicked Wolf is really good. Just be like full in on the energy plan. We need main deck Mystic Disputed, just Spell Pierce. All right, less upset with that. Energy food. Yep. All right, could die next turn. Yeah, there's a couple different Vein of Fearless, Pythrion. This format's gas. An energy food deck could be named Fried Chicken. So, for those not familiar, this Planeswalker Saheeli Ray combos with the card Felidar Guardian to make an infinite number of 1/4s. So, I get to play Oko here. If we don't get combo killed, we're in a very good spot. But if they have a untapped land and another Felidar Guardian, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. We can turn our Glint into a 3/3. That doesn't do anything. This thing has 4 loyalty, AGH. That is a new thing I set up for the stream overlay, yeah. Cobbled it together with some features that Magic Online has. And I appreciate the feedback. Glad to hear it. I think it's going to make the Pioneer content more accessible for folks. Which is great. Yeah, they didn't just jam Cat. So unless like their doorbell ring or their internet disconnected, I feel like we're in an okay spot. I don't like it. You're making the beautiful card look worse by putting your face on it. All right, fixed. Got it. Fixed. I hate Magic. I hate Magic players. I hate everything. It all sucks. And we're dead. Alright, Noxious Grasp sounds great. Teferi does not. Mystic Dispute is probably fine. I think we're on too many lands. I'm just going to start trimming some Attune with the Aethers and see how it feels. What if I put me over here? I just made myself super tiny and put me over here. And then you can appreciate art. Better or worse? Tiny Jeff. Hey, 3HD Gamers, thanks for 7 months. Welcome back. And Arno Fist, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. He's itty bitty. Do I mulligan this? I think I have to mulligan this. Yeah, this hand's great. Sign me up. Bottom the second Goose, cast once. Saheeli has 4 loyalty. Oh, the thing people are missing that they're talking about hitting the Planeswalker, when the Felidar Guardian comes into play, it blinks Saheeli. So if we're not actually killing the Saheeli, we're still dead to the combo. That's what I think you're missing. I can make me slightly bigger. I'm going to cast Rogue Refiner this turn, because it doesn't get Spell Pierce, and they showed us game 1 Spell Pierce. This even means that, like, History Medallion stuff will look good. Yeah, we used to be over here all the time. It used to be a full-time left side of the screen stream. This is an art appreciation stream. I feel so cultured. I feel like I could probably screw with resizing the box of this. Like, there's the black border around the corners of this card that I probably don't need there. I can see less Jeff. I mean, less Jeff is probably a net positive for the world. Energy on Moto is displayed right here by Maya. It's very tiny. You're able to window capture the card preview. Well, technically, yeah. So you can't... I'm technically window capturing my entire Windows VM. And then trimming it. You could achieve a similar thing on your desktop computer, on your Windows computer, by capturing your entire monitor and then trimming it. If you hold down the Alt button while you left click... Huh? I think I'm just gonna Noxious Grasp that. And get my land tier. Put that towards Teamer Prowess, I definitely can. I have lost weight since earlier today, thank you. I didn't think anybody would notice. I do have that enabled, That's Beef. It's broken. That cuts off the number on the loyalty a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it off anyways. That's fine. That's pretty good. Any plans to put Mythgard decks on your website? Yeah, at some point. Wizards like kind of threw me a curveball in terms of, yeah, the loyalty on board is pretty clear. I agree. Wizards kind of threw me a curveball in terms of dropping Pioneer. Like, normally Christy and I like schedule some of our, Christy and I are adults who schedule our lives in advance. So like, we can normally plan on when we're gonna have to put a bunch of extra time into my job or not, around set releases and stuff. And like, Pioneer just like dropped and it was like, oh, I guess I should be streaming extra because Pioneer just dropped. Hey, Wilders, thanks for the 5 sub-gifties there. I appreciate that. Welcome. You're having an excellent day wherever you are. Deal. I watched / browsed into the SCG stuff this weekend. No Modern Blues. Although I haven't been watching towards Mythgard Canine Solutions. Canine deck sounds good. I hadn't been watching much Magic content at all, but I started watching a bunch of Pioneer content because this format is sweet. I sell cards online. My entire to-do list last week for stores was obliterated by the influx of orders for Pioneer cards. Yep. Yep. So Goose making a food here lets me Oko through Mystic Dispute, which is great. Although I guess if they Mystic Dispute or Spell Pierce me, I'm not supposed to... Yeah, maybe this is wrong. This is wrong. I should Siege Rhino. Yeah, this is... I'm actually just going to let this resolve. I should have played Siege Rhino because it doesn't get Spell Pierced or whatever, and then I could... Because if they blink the elking the Felidar doesn't stop them from comboing, because when you make a copy of something, you copy the base thing, not the elk. You think Pioneer will be available on MTGA soon? No. There's a good chance Pioneer is never available on Magic Arena. Loot Zombie, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If you want a full Magic experience, you need to play Magic Online. Oh, that's a good line, Bob. So I should attack first because I either get 3 damage or I elk their thing and then it dies. They digging? Yep, Chris. Correct, yeah. Yeah, and if they're aware of that line, I get free points in, so that line is really good. And in fact, if they don't block the Felidar Guardian there after I attack before playing Oko, I just slam Siege Rhino and then they're dead very quickly. So I definitely think I would have won this game with better play. I definitely think I would have won this game with better play. Alright, so the correct time to kill their Saheeli is after the Felidar copy comes into play and targets her. Because otherwise they get to blink something else. So we are dead to second Saheeli here, and we're dead to Veil of Summer. But that's not a card they can cast because they don't have green mana. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, DeCandio. Oh, Queller. Yeah, they showed us Queller earlier. Queller wins. I like how both games that they won, they were just like, tank, play the only card that wins. Oh, Magic players. You can always find all of my favorite decks on my website here. For every format. No, I think the cat combo decks seem pretty fine so far. The green based cat combo decks have felt like the better ones to me, and I think if you wanted to ban things, you should probably ban Once Upon a Time. What's our deck trying to do? Yeah, it's like, this deck doesn't seem very good. This deck's like, got a medium amount of interaction, and the threats aren't super powerful, and it's got too many lands in it because of Gilded Goose and Attune with the Aether. So, at a glance, I think I would just want to play like Sultai Energy good cards for the most part. And like, I would cut Attune with the Aether, I think, and just like cut the white cards and like play other good threats. Sounds good, Troll, will do. We've not played any Soul Flare decks yet on stream. Always remember, you can always see everything we've streamed on my website and my YouTube channel. This is the last deck of the day. I think this is probably going to be the last deck of the day. I need to be done by like 1 o'clock-ish. Tuesday is gonna be shorter days moving forward. So we get to Attune. Find a swamp here, I think, so I can play these without spending energy. I have no idea, Sal. Maybe I should have just spent a food. Maybe I should have made a food and then spent a food to Thoughtseize. Although getting a fatal push out of a food token feels good. Pusher. They just swatted the food out of my hand. Don't be a last hope. Don't be a last hope. Well, I mean, that's technically what I asked for, chat. That was not a last hope. Man, Flaying Tendril seems really bad in a format with food. Thanks, Logan. So I think I'm going to go grab a white source here so I can play Siege Rhino without spending energy. Let's Thoughtseize and see what's up. What you doing over there? Our opponent's got some Gideons, chat. Our opponent looks to be doing something similar to what we were doing a second ago. I think I just take Ally Zendikar here. I think that's the plan. It's the most individually powerful card. Yeah, I believe I've located a copy of the Blue-Green Eldrazi deck for this weekend. Someone said they can hand it to me, so I'm planning to drive up to Wisconsin with Maddie to play. Hey, BD Rods Grigo, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having a great one wherever you are. That Concealed Courtyard there does mean that they're going to be able to play their 5-mana Planeswalker next turn in Daddy Nixilis. They prevented this from dealing damage, sure. Yeah, I guess that was going to attack for 3. I would like to draw a card. God, this card's really good. I like the energy package generically in here. We should not be playing Attune with the Aether. Attune with the Aether feels real bad. Is opponent playing our last deck? Look, they're playing something close to it. Not exactly. They've got Flying Tendrils in the main, which was not a card we were playing, but similar idea looks like. I think I like the blue card. Rogue Refiner's just a good card. It's like a 3-2 that makes 2 energy. So I think Rogue Refiner's fine. Like I said, I think I would cut the Aether Hub. I think I would cut the Attune with the Aethers and the White Splash from this deck and do other things. Wicked Wolf would be really good. Been stuck on YouTube, resubbed for the survey. And because I missed what Modern was, and Pioneer feels amazing, thanks for the hard work. Thanks for keeping me around, Technopunk. I appreciate that. Sub surveys will go out tomorrow afternoon for people that are interested in having their feedback heard. So I didn't attack with Siege Rhino there because it's currently having all damage that will be dealt by it prevented from getting into the trials here. Yeah, Last Hope could be good. This deck's got a lot of good threats in it. I think some Fatal Pushes could maybe be okay in the main deck. Could Questing Beast be a good idea? I think Questing Beast is worse than Wolf in this format. Is this the planned emergency sub-survey or the emergency sub-survey? Good question. Good question. Uncertain. Alright, so let's just smash these into Gideon. Paid 3 life to draw a card. Deal. We could get some more blue sources into this mana base too, which would make casting dig through time easier. We could play a couple digs in the main deck if we got the white splash. Yeah, that's a magic card. It's not even very good here, right? Gaia's Wrath is decent though. I don't think I want to trophy this. I think I want to just attack it. I don't think putting them to 4. I think they're pretty likely to limp out of me putting them to 4. I think I want to just attack them down. Waiting on the Emrakul reveal. Yikes. Alright, so our friends are going away here. And then they're going to play their second kitty to the trials. Which will bubble my food. Siege Rhino. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Should have put him to 4, chat. Should have put him to 4. Siege Rhino. Oath of Liliana. Each opponent sacrifices the creature. Beginning of the end step, if you're beginning of the, sorry, let me mouse over that. With beginning of the end step, if a planeswalker enters the battlefield under your control this turn, make a 2/2 black zombie token. That's sick. Yeah, Heart of Korean's fine. This card's been really good in the format in general. Remove my face. I didn't remove my face. Man, if their last card's another planeswalker here, we're in a lot of trouble. Oko has more loyalty than we do life. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. Old shambles. They're attacking me instead of my 17 loyalty Oko. Why wouldn't you want to attack Oko? Don't you want to get my Planeswalker off the table, opponent? Don't you want to get my Planeswalker off the table? No, we have 7. We have 7 energy. At some point, we will draw spells, and it will be glorious. We should have put more spells in our deck. Opponent's got their castle going. Yep. Oko now on more loyalty than we have health. They bubbled my food. Food is green. Just in case you can't tell. Food is green. Play the other Oko and sacrifice it for the power move. So my opponents made a huge mistake here. They animated this during my main phase for some reason. So now I can play this Oko and bounce their Shambling Vent, which lets this then kill Gideon. So pretty big mistake there for them. I already activated Oko. I activated Oko to make another creature, chat. Is that Oko instead of Teferi? Well, nobody wants to see Teferi no more. They want Oko, Tef's chopped liver. Pay 5 life, draw a card. Yeah, bleed for it, baby. Bleed for the mana. Are you dead yet? Excellent. Lava Axe myself concede. Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut the Attune with the Aether. I think they're not good. I think we have plenty of mana sources between Gilded Goose and Once Upon a Time. Actually, since I have them, I'm gonna cut the Geese instead of cutting Attune. I think Goose is better in general, but I think, what's the word I'm searching for? I think with them having sweepers, I'd rather have Attune with the Aether. Yeah, Noxious Grasp is fine. They've got a bunch of Gideons. Cut some Wonder of Ones for Scooze to help grind. Well, I mean, Scooze isn't really a grindy card. Scooze is a 1-for-1. And like, once is still helping me hit my lands, and it's helping me find my more important threats more often. My coworker is sideboarding Liquid Metal Coating in his Pioneer Oko decks to turn their opponent's Okos into an elk. That's great. You can elk lands that way too. That's hilarious, actually. That's quite phenomenal. I am pleased. Excellent. Is it Pioneer legal? That might just be Modern legal. I think chat's right. Yeah, I think not putting my ugly face over the card is probably ideal. It's a net positive overall. My face is smaller. All right, well, let's just get him out of there. So they have an emblem here that says as long as they control a Gideon, they can't lose the game. That's fine. We're probably not winning the game if they control a Gideon anyways.
Ilk it all and let God sort it out. Campbell, sure. Sure. I mean, I'm not the important thing here, chat. Like having chat on screen and having the sponsor logos up, those are more important than my ugly face. Siege Rhino. Bum 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 bum. My last Modern League, I faced a 4x main deck coding, 4x Ancient Grudge, turn 1 Blood Moon, all in the same deck. Anything's possible. Man, this Campbell was really strong. Opponent making moves with their Campbell over there. Definitely in for Glint-Sleeve. I am going to go ahead and just drop Roko this turn, though, I think. Hey, Campbell seems like a fine card in the format, but it seems like a strange card to board in against me. So, probably lose Siphoner here. I think the Mana Green Devotion deck seems sweet. They're like the Tron-style ramp deck of the format. They're not a type of deck that I, like, particularly enjoy playing in, like, a competitive setting, but, like, I'm glad they exist, because I know that style of deck appeals to a lot of folks. Thanks, Silverstar. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, because it gives Shaker of the World somewhere to go once she's banned in Standard. Wait, they're Fatal pushing this? So does that mean they have another... Their last card must be another removal spell, right? Because, like, there's no way you Fatal push that knowing I have Glint-Sleeve Siphoner otherwise. Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Far more attackable than actual Tron. Weird. Yep, Siege Rhino. I don't have enough power to like fund or to like utilize 2 of these. Whoa. Yeah, there should definitely just be digs on this deck. This card is not okay. And by not okay, I mean please don't ban it. It's everything I love. Please, Watsy, please leave me dig through time. It's all I want to do with my life. All I want to do with my life is resolve dig through time. Please, please, please dig through time, please. We just brought our first child home. Now she's listening to Jeff. Are you available between the hours of 1 and 5 a.m.? You know, when my kids were newborns, congrats, by the way. Hope she's happy and healthy. When my kids were newborns, I watched a lot of YouTube magic in the late evenings during late feedings. I really hope Dig ends up being okay in this format. It's just a fun card. Resolving Dig through time is incredibly satisfying as a Magic player. Elspeth Sun's Champion. Sure. I remember when this was a diaper changing stream. Yeah. Yeah, me too. They are forecasting snow here on Thursday. It's supposed to be clear for the weekend, though. I'm not driving to Wisconsin in the snow. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully whatever happens on Wednesday, Thursday, and then,
Once upon a time, there was a... I guess I'm taking Thoughtseize to poke at what's left of their hand here. Probably a backup Siphoner at this point. You got snow in Madison last night? Gross. Is it supposed to keep snowing up there? Man, where's an Assassin's Trophy when you want one, huh? Let's take a peekaboo and see what's going on over here. What's up? Sorin, yep, let's get rid of that one. So if I decay one of these... So if I decay a token and then plus on my food, Elspeth dies. Because they can go double, this has menace. So they can't go like chump or trade chump. So they have to double block here, or if they block here, this has trample. Oh right, they're at 5. Listen, chat, I wanted to kill their planeswalker. They have a very powerful planeswalker, okay? You're just gonna leave their planeswalker sitting there on the table? Chat is a competitive advantage, yep. Oh. Yep. Yay, trample. Alright, we're on the scoreboard. We've made it onto the scoreboard, chat. Didn't kill the walker and stopped drawing cards. Definitely not the right play. See? Wow, look at that, chat. We're the number one most watched Magic stream while playing on Magic's premier client, Magic the Gathering Online. I would like to thank everyone for hanging out here today while we experience Magic's #1 premier client. Magoats, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. And Snookums, thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate the 2/3 of a year. It feels fitting that the first time I have Mana Confluence in my opening hand, my opponent has played turn 1 basic Mountain Angry thing. Stop, Jeff, you're hurting my heart. Yeah, definitely. Super into playing Vaynefier. Finally figured out how to link my Prime to my new Twitch account. Awesome. Well, I appreciate the support. Twitch Prime keeps me employed, so thanks for keeping me around. Can we get a hot take on what you feel cards? The only cards I would ban in this format as of right now, this very instant after my experience, is Once Upon a Time. I think that Once Upon a Time and potentially Oath of Nisha should be banned in this format for the same reason Ponder and Preordain are banned in Modern. I think these cantrips are just too good. I think they make games redundant to the point of being kind of dry. I think a lot of the issues that currently exist in Standard, very subtly or even not so subtly, are issues because of Once Upon a Time. Boros Charm, gross, so we're going to 8. Vomit, super dead. Taking all the variants out of our low variance games. Well, I don't have a lot of cards for this matchup in my sideboard, chat. I don't have a lot of cards for this matchup. Thoughtseize seems real bad. Yikes. And again, like, early in a format, rather than focusing on, like, the specifics of a deck list, I try to put most of my focus on, like, what are the details of what the deck is doing. And the takeaway from playing this list so far is that the food plus energy packages together seem good. I definitely have too many lands or too many mana sources. I guess I'll take another Rogue Refiner since I can't cast Siege Rhino with those lands anyways. Yeah, Scavenging Ooze is fine. I think my favorite thing about early in formats, I've seen a number of other streamers do this. They like, the streamer will like play against a deck and the deck like pushes their stuff in. They're like, that's the first deck that needs to be banned. And then the streamer will start playing the deck that they just said needed to be banned. And like, once they actually start playing it, it's like actually not that good. Easiest block of my life. I think I just want to play Rogue Refiner here. This might be wrong. Trying to find a hub or a plains for the Siege Rhino seems appealing here, though. I think they made Once Upon a Time to mitigate resource variance. Well, I mean, Once Upon a Time is obviously a card that's designed to reduce variance in Magic. The problem is that when you give only one color subset a powerful variance-reducing tool, you make that color a lot more consistent than all the other colors, which puts the game out of whack. It unbalances the game as a whole. So, like, you can't give a tool like that to just one of the kids in the class, basically. I think we're dead, chat. I think we've died. Feels dead, man. Is there a reason you play Once Upon a Time on your first turn, even though you don't play anything else instead of waiting until you actually want to play something? Yeah, because there's 4 copies of Gilded Goose in my deck. So if I hit Gilded Goose with Once Upon a Time, I'm going to play it on 1. There are a lot of different cat combo shells that have seemed sweet so far. I'm partial to the green variations because of the busted cantrip cards I just listed. I think Once Upon a Time and Oath of Nissa make the green-based cat combo decks a lot better than the not green ones, but there's still a lot to explore, and that could not be correct. I want to calculate the change in consistency that Once Upon a Time gives Oko decks. How should I do that? You should take a statistics class and learn how. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Dubes. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And again, just something I'm plugging a few times yesterday, today, and tomorrow. If you're a sub, keep an eye out for the sub survey I'm going to be sending out tomorrow afternoon after we're done streaming. I want to do some Brawl on stream before I send it out so people can see what that format looks like, because there's going to be a question about Brawl in the survey. If you don't get emails from Twitch usually, or you've never seen a sub survey in the past, make sure you're in the Discord server. I'll be linking it in there as well. Am I dead yet? What's the Brawl queue look like? I think I've had 1 person donate for a Brawl deck. Yep. I'm planning to do 3 to 4 Brawl decks tomorrow morning. If we don't get enough people to submit Brawl decks, I'll just find some myself. Are there other content creators that you really enjoy when you're not streaming? Well, when you're not watching me, I'd recommend watching my YouTube channel. But in the event you're a superhuman who's watched all of that, I've been watching Todd Anderson in the afternoons recently. He's pretty funny. He swears a bit, but he is amusing. And he plays a lot of Pioneer, and he plays pretty well. The Mythgard decks are just included in the deck queue with everything else. Yeah, Caleb. I've been watching Caleb in the late evenings as well. Yep. Am I dead? I think I'm dead now, right? I'm dead because I played a creature that dies to that. So I take 3, and then we take 2 here, we take 1 here, and then we take 2 from the Ramanep runes. Correct. Todd Anderson is not the terrible human being who is Todd Stevens. Don't give Todd Stevens your time or your money. There are plenty of great Magic content producers out there. How many Pioneer decks do you do per day? I figure out the math works out to every hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes I have scheduled for Pioneer, we do one deck. So I'm planning to do 2 more Pioneer decks on Thursday and 2 more Pioneer decks on Friday this week. How's Rhino Oko and Fair? This deck's been really mediocre. The energy and food packages together though feel pretty good. So I think we're gonna play this last match to see if we can get our $5 back. Because if we go 2-3, we get $5 back. But I want to push around some of the ideas because I feel like there's good ideas here, but I want to change some of the details around them. Yeah, I moved over to the left so we could have a giant card image to hopefully help the people who are coming from Magic Arena into Magic Online a little bit. It's not as good as a mouse over overlay, but it's the best we've got with what we have. How did I do it? It's Magic. The energy and food should be called the energy bar. You want to submit a Brawl deck. You submit it using the form. Actually, just send me money with the link to the deck. So cheer 1,000 bits or donate $10 and put the link to the deck in the thing. Because I don't know what's good or bad in Brawl, so I can't realistically reject decks. I don't know what's good or bad. Ral, Storm Conduit, 5-color Niv, or Kalia. Storm Conduit. Storm Conduit doesn't turn into an elk. If we get 4 Brawl submissions for tomorrow, I'm going to play 4 decks. If we don't get 4, I'm going to play at least 3 decks. That's my plan at least. Sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from Magic to the right audience. Hey, Coma Cake, thanks for the $10. I appreciate it. Teferi the Time Raveler Brawl. God bless. God bless us, everyone. That's excellent. Okay, opponent's also playing something kind of fair. Woof. So, I don't think I'm attacking with Siege Rhino next turn anyways. So I'm just going to play Glint-Sleeve Siphoner here. So that way I can draw some extra cards with it next turn. Just make a food here. Again, just flooding out for the 100th time today because this deck has too many mana sources in it. There's no Brawl decks currently listed in the queue, Austin, because when I signed on this morning, no one had donated for a Brawl deck. Z-Man, please post that onto MTG Goldfish and then drop a link here. I appreciate the biddies. So, in comparison, when I announced that I was going to start taking Pioneer donations, the queue filled up so quickly I had to start rejecting them. Whereas when I started taking Brawl submissions, it took 2 days before anybody actually submitted any. That was only because I kept pushing people. So I wouldn't be surprised if Brawl's not particularly popular, but maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be surprised. I'm gonna be done with this deck. This deck's real bad. It's got too many mana. So let's talk about what I like from here and what I don't like and why. So various Sultai mid-range decks have been doing well in the format. One won the challenge this past weekend. And I think this seems like an interesting direction to take Sultai in. Essentially, this core here seems like super reasonable, or notably like these two foodies together and these two energy creatures together to enable one another. You also, by playing energy, you get the benefit of playing Aether Hub here, which fixes your mana a little bit too, which is nice in a 3-color deck. I think with the food package, I would like some Wicked Wolves at the top end of my curve here, just because that's a card that's been very impressive for me in this format so far. I would definitely adjust the mana base a little bit to get some more blue sources in here, so we could play some dig through times here at the top end, probably at least 2 copies. Hey, Corel, thanks for the biddies, I appreciate it. And then I probably want some other like actual threats in here that end the game. You could maybe play Scavenging Ooze as a creature that actually attacks and blocks and kills people. You can potentially play like Liliana the Last Hope and like Heart of Koran as a way to beat people down with your Planeswalkers and stuff like that. So Bristling Hydra could maybe be okay. I don't know that we have enough energy for that in general. I feel like I'd probably rather max on Wicked Wolves before I do that. You could explore things like Tireless Tracker. There's a lot of different things that you